Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Now, today has been a day with some reported tragedy, man. Now, a beloved rapper from Houston by the name of Walka was in Memphis having a good time celebrating with one of his artists by the name of Sayso P. Now, Walka and Sayso were both gunned down today in downtown Memphis, where they were by the FedEx Forum, and it seemed like they were just probably conducting business or handling some sort of business while they were in town. On their social media pages, you can see they're doing a lot of advertising, letting it be known that there's available space for, them to do features and things like that and work with other artists. Well, in the midst of them enjoying their Saturday afternoon, it looks like somebody was looking for somebody in Sauce Walka's camp. A lot of people are saying it's Sayso P because he's actually from Memphis and might have been the person or the intended target in this situation. But regardless, Sauce Walka ended up getting shot, man. Sauce Walka got hit and Sayso P got hit, but Sayso P reportedly did not survive. Sayso P was pronounced dead on the scene, and there's several videos of what took place in the aftermath of the shooting. And what's crazy about this situation is, at the time that this story kicked off, there was a lot of conflicting reports about what happened. But it looks like I said in the last video, Sauce Walka was hit, but he's in stable condition, man. And Sayso P, he ended up not making it, man, which is a sad situation. Horrible, horrible situation. What's even crazier is you look at the social media of Sayso P and the social media of Sauce Walka, and it seems like they were in town just to have a good time. It looks like they were living a life of luxury, doing their thing. And what I want to do is look at some of the posts that they made previously. Like, they didn't do anything or post anything where you saw their location. They didn't do anything or post anything where you saw where they were at today. It wasn't until it was reported on the news that they were down by the FedEx Forum that people realized where they were and that they were the potential victims in this situation. Now, it looks like there's even been posts made by Sauce Walka's camp on social media showing his injuries and showing that he got hit in the leg and that he'll definitely survive. And knock on wood, and good for him. Because, a leg shot is a serious thing. And we talked about this in the last video. It's tough because people have passed away. A lot of people have passed away from leg shots. But, man, let's look at some of the posts that Sauce Walka and Sayso P were making on social media so you get an idea of what was going down with them while they were in Memphis. All right, so let's look at some of the posts that were made by Sauce Walka and Sayso P, man. And rest in peace to Sayso P, man. This is heartbreaking to see, especially after somebody passes away. But you'll see on this page, a lot of people are sending their condolences and their rest in peace, man. And a lot of people are saying get well soon to Sauce Walka. So a lot of people throughout the hip-hop community are showing love, which I love to see, man. But let's look at these posts that they made to get an understanding of what was going down that weekend in Memphis.
You gotta start that hole.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin', man? I know what's going on, man. TSL Memphis.
Where we at, though?
And we in Memphis right now, in the M right now. You know where these rappers don't come to. But some gonna be here, man. Sleep here, stay here, man. So as long as we want to, man.
Off the bat, you can see that they look like they're having a good time, man. They're enjoying themselves. It seems like a positive situation.
You dig what I'm saying? Certified, man. Going on outside right now. Hey, poppin' this, man. Normal records, man. You know what I'm talking about? You dig what I'm saying? Head to toe, that man. Head to toe, man. I see that boy. I'm on land with that boy. Louis, that boy. What's going on, man? What the Sosa boat? Ranks.
Showing off their shoes. Just normal stuff, man. It's normal. I'm in town. I look like they rented, a Sprinter van. You know what I mean? They put on all their gear, man. They're going to have a good time.
It's a normal day in the South Side, baby.
Yeah, a normal day in the South Side, P. Go yards everywhere, diamonds everywhere, just bankrolls everywhere, money everywhere, just whatever, everything everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so some of this I had to cut out because of, they had, copyright. There was music playing in the background, or not even in the background. There's music in the majority. But this is one thing I wanted to point out. It looked like while they were in Memphis, Sauce Walka was advertising the fact that he wanted to do some features, maybe help do some promo for some merch or do a merch collab or something like that while he's in town. Normal rapper activities, but in a town like Memphis, Chicago, LA, I'd watch it. But you know, Sauce Walka's been around a while, man. He knows his way around most of these cities. He knows what he's doing in most of these places. And I don't blame him in this situation. I just think that this is a situation that was just, you know, probably some people with bad intentions ran up on them at the right time or the time that they could find them, man. Because you'll see in some of these videos that they went to the club and spent a heavy amount of time in the club last night. And there's all sorts of people in clubs, man. You never know who's in there watching you, messaging, or doing whatever. All right, so this is playing, but it's the message that he had put out there. And what's crazy is they both put that message out on their page, man. And this was an artist that he... Hold up. Now, this is Sayso P, Sauce Man, and Sauce Walka, or Sosa Man, excuse me. TSF, Sosa Man, and Sauce Walka.
Talking about head to toe them people, man. Got this on bankroll, go yard, diamonds, all this man. We having this man. See what the fuck going on.
Holding it.
Also, what is
Still holding those. Forever holding. Putting it in a gravity unit. G unit.
Sauce man. Head to toe regular, man. Get all.
Once again, it just looked like they're having a good time, man. Now, this is crazy, man. Out of nowhere, they posted this, that they had a dice game last night or at some point. It looks like maybe this was another day. It looked like they were shooting dice with Big Boogie. Y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but it looks like Big Boogie or somebody else from Memphis. But that was the gist. That was most of their posts from last night and leading up to this morning. So a lot of people would be looking and saying, well, did they post their location? Was there any information that they put out there where somebody could have found them? And based on what I see, I don't see anything like that. So it seemed like Sauce Walka and them were being very precautious and just enjoying their time while they were there in Memphis. What's sad is that somebody took this opportunity to shoot at Sauce Walka and for his homeboy to lose his life. But we're going to get into some other details that have come out since. Okay, now a lot of the news sources are starting to report some more of the details. So everybody check this out. Now, this afternoon, or early this afternoon, gunfire erupted in the heart of downtown Memphis, just a block away from the tourist spot, Beale Street. So in a tourist spot downtown where a lot of people were probably enjoying their Saturday, enjoying the weather, and, man, having a good time, man. Around people with money and usually some sense. I know Memphis is a savage city and it's always had a reputation of being very savage, but you know, every city has that place where people like to go and just enjoy their weekend and spend a little money, go shopping, see the sights, and do different things, man. And this looks like what Sauce Walka and Sayso P were up to, man. It doesn't look like it was any type of nefarious activities or anything, even if there's rumors about all that out there. But what's crazy, and we can't leave this out, is Sayso P is from Memphis. And even on his profile, you see it says TSF Memphis. So he was the TSF member repping for Memphis out there, man. And it looks like as far as his music career, he had a couple of videos out there and things that he was trying to do in the music game. But, man, let's continue with some of these details. Now, it says, authorities say the victims were standing outside when a white vehicle approached and opened fire before speeding away from the scene. So they're saying this was a targeted hit, a targeted shooting, and that a white vehicle approached and just started opening fire and then just dipped from the scene. Like it wasn't any type of situation where there was a robbery. A lot of people have been saying that rumor. And a lot of different rumors have been out there. But, man, according to reports, it was a white vehicle that pulled up, started letting off shots, only intended on making a targeted hit or a targeted shooting. And then after they opened fire, they sped away. And that was it. You know, that was it. There wasn't any type of robbery, I don't think, or anything of that nature. Now, the report also goes on to say that Sayso P, an emerging rapper affiliated with Walka's Sauce Factory label, died at the scene from his injuries. Sauce Walka survived and is in stable condition, man. So it looks like, according to reports, and just like I said at the end of the last video, it was reported that Sayso P had died on the scene, man. And it was also reported that Sauce Walka had survived his injuries in this situation. Now, Memphis Police Department officials confirmed the shooting was not random. So even the local police there believe this was a targeted shooting and that either they were trying to target Sayso P or they were either out to target Sauce Walka. But regardless, this is a horrible, horrible situation for TSF, man. And Sauce Walka has a lot of artists on his label. They've had several situations out there in the streets and whatnot, several minuscule beefs and things like that, more hometown beefs and situations like that, but nothing to where I thought that he would be in Memphis and have some sort of issue. You know, I didn't believe that even in my first video, I said that he would have any type of beef nationally. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's got beef within Texas, but this is a random situation where Sauce Walka might not even been the intended target. Sayso P might have been the intended target, and the fact that Sauce Walka was out there, he might have just been a casualty in the situation who wasn't even the intended target or the person that they wanted to shoot. He just might have just been a victim in the way, or somebody who caught a stray, or an innocent bystander, I should say, right? But this is wild, man. This is wild. And I'm pretty sure more is going to come out of this situation. And I'm glad Sauce Walka's all right, but rest in peace to Sayso P. Talk about a guy who was super happy. If you saw those Instagram posts, he was super duper happy about being signed to TSF and hanging out with Sauce Walka and bringing Sauce Walka to his town, only for this tragedy to happen. But with that, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all make sure y'all leave it in the comments, and I'll make sure to respond and see what we can delve into this any deeper, or if it needs to be delved in any deeper, because a lot of things are happening out here, and we got to get to that as well. But with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell, so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content, and we out of here. Peace.